As you can see, there's absolutely no wind. The sail's not moving at all. I'm doing about 6.5 knots, I suppose. There's a slight swell. I haven't seen any dolphins. Nothing riding off the bow at all, which is a shame. Hopefully there'll be some further up in the sea. I could have stopped at Espiritu Santo, but there's no anchorages on the outside. All the anchorages are on the inside, and that's open to the nightly coromels or westerly winds, so all the anchorages become untenable. Hence the reason for trying to get to San Everisto, because it's on the not on an island, it's on the inside and is protected from the westerlies. I'm also meeting another boat there from La Cruz. They should be there tomorrow, hopefully. It's been a long passage. I've got about 3 hours to go. I should be in the anchorage by about 7:30 this evening. I've been motoring for the last about 4 hours, I suppose. Seas are pretty calm, but it's been 37, yeah, by the time I get there it'll be 37 hours. I haven't worked out what the actual number of miles are, but it's got to be up there. I'll show you where I'm heading. Directly in front of me, in the mist, there is an anchorage in there that's sheltered from the westerly winds and from northerlies, which is really good. It's been an uneventful trip, which is nice. Unlike when I crossed from this side to the cruise, the last 6 hours were hell. But it makes you appreciate the easy ones, and this one, thankfully, has been pretty easy. I'll get the camel back on when we start going to the anchorage. Well, he's still letting more chain out. Here comes the wind again. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and the dreaded westerlies have struck. It's blowing about 20, 25 and occasionally 30. Didn't want to be woken up, but these things happen. Could have done it without it tonight though. Looks like that boat was dragged and it went out into the middle. It's now looks as if it's re-anchored closer in. Thankfully the wind's dropped. It keeps coming in spurts. At the moment there's next to nothing, and then then 20 to 30 knots. The biggest I've seen is 32. Well, it's now 3:30 and the wind seems to have calmed down. Not nice. Well, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and the wind keeps coming and going. 1 minute there's nothing, and then it blows up again to about 20. So I can't get back to sleep, so I think the best thing to do, make a cup of tea. And maybe I'll do some editing. Well, the cup of tea is certainly nice. It's now 4:45 in the morning, and we've swung round to the north, so I think that's the end of the westerly. Quite unpleasant, especially when it's dark, when you can't see anything. But I've been doing some editing for the next video, and tomorrow morning I've got a few things to do. Little crazy stuff like now we've got a slight roll going. Not very much, but the fortress anchor, the stern anchor, clanks, so I've got to sort that out tomorrow. Just a stupid annoying noise, and a couple of other things, but yeah, not after 36 hours of traveling, didn't really want to be faced with a westerly. I know you do get them here, but it's not very often. Unexpected, and certainly not forecast. Fortunately, it only lasted an hour. Early morning, San Everisto. There wasn't as many boats in here as I thought last night. I think that's the boat out there that dragged. But yeah, the westerly came from that direction, which is amazing really, because those mountains are really quite high, but it must have come over the top of them and then raced down and out from the beach. But the preferred spot here, which somebody's already got, is in there. I doubt whether he got virtually any wind at all. You can fit 2 boats in there. But lovely spot. Going to be here for a few days. The friends I'm meeting up with are delayed. They're not leaving La Paz until Friday. Today's Thursday. And I'll meet up with them, so I'll probably spend, I don't know, 3 or 4 days here. I like it actually. And the beauty about the anchorages on the Baja is they're all pretty calm, whereas on the mainland you get a lot of Pacific swell. The anchorages are rolly, there's surf breaks and people get dumped out of their dinghies, and especially down in Tecate, that's a regular occurrence. But here there's a little bit of swell, but yeah, lovely. And that island up in the distance over there is Isla San Francisco, and there were 17 boats in there last night, and that is completely exposed to westerlies. I passed them just before dark. There we go, San Everisto. My early morning fix for a rattly fortress stern anchor. It may not be pretty, but it's silent. A couple of boats have left this morning, and the boat that was out deep has moved way inside the anchorage, which was probably a good idea. And the boat in the alcove there has left. Now, I've been thinking about it. I might move there, but then I decided against it for 2 reasons. One, if another westerly comes, and if you drag at all, if you're in there, you haven't got much time before you're back into those rocks. Whereas where I am now, if the westerly comes from that direction, if I drag, I just go out there, which is far safer. And the second reason is There's quite strong northerlies forecasted in 3 days or something like that. So here's a good spot because the northerly will come from this direction. Likewise, it would be equally as good in there, probably better, but I think overall I'm going to stay put where I am. Once again, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was, as always, good fun to make, except for the windy part last night. Could have done without that. My videos tend to be quite raw, as I don't have the editing skills of some of the other YouTube channels that you may watch, but I hope it brings home the reality of life living on a boat. If you've got any suggestions that I could take up to make things better, easier, please let me know. I'd truly appreciate that. And lastly, I want to plug another channel. Some friends of mine, slight friends, I don't know them that well, on a boat called Blue Pearl, have a YouTube channel called Sailing Blue Pearl. They've had the boat probably 6-7 months now, and you won't believe the number of issues that they've had to deal with on this boat. It is heartbreaking. Yeah, if you want to see some some unbelievable issues, I don't know why they haven't just given up and gone home, but they've persevered and they're now out cruising, and I'm hopefully going to meet up with them pretty soon. So yeah, if you get a chance, give it a watch. Sailing Blue Pearl. Cheers.